Welcome to Rebecca Sounds Reveille. What a show today is going to provide excitement for you because I have someone who is on the verge of just exploding in the industry of entertainment. I've got to tell you, she has been a professor in business communications and radio broadcasting. She has had an unprecedented example of academic discipline and has been a model for making a difference in education and the community. Beyond that, she has served as a facilitator, provided community workshops, and she has covered topics such as communication, bullying, physical, and verbal abuse. Oh, yeah. And you know, these topics are things that I love to talk about. Why? Because it's so important to address these things no matter what age. Effective listening skills and conflict management. This variety tells you and others the ability that she has to transport and transform not only her skills, but the lives of others that really can make these things make a difference. And I'm just really excited about the things that she does. She has taken this from college campus and community to making this go on screen. And this is really important because as an actor and a producer, to bring this to life and really broaden and provide depth to certain characters and plots within a film is really essential to ensure that what is coming across the screen, what is being heard across the screen is true to life so that it can make a difference. And this is exactly what she's doing. She's received her MA from the University of Arkansas, a BA from the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. She's a member of a number of associations, and well, she's the recipient of the Who's Who Among Students in American Universities and Colleges Award. I've got to tell you, this woman is bursting at the seams and on the go and on the horizon of making a difference in a number of areas. And I've got her with me today. Terri Catherine Jones is with me. Welcome to the show, Terri.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. Wow, what an introduction. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, you rock. You have things going on, and I've got to tell you, you are really making a difference because you've taken the things that are so necessary in transforming what has been so watered down and lost in the social world that we live in. And not only that, but in the home. And this is so important because all of this in our society goes back to entertainment, what's going on television, right? And this is in our home. And so what's happening on TV and in entertainment has been reflected in the behavior of children, in teenagers, and in adults. And they're thinking that this is the way we're supposed to behave, a way we're supposed to treat others. Yeah. Not so. And you are making a difference by taking all of those things and putting into action on screen. And I love it.
Well, thank you so much. Well, I'm definitely trying to make my mark in the community, whether it's in the classroom or outside in the community, because it's something I'm very passionate about, and I think it's very important for to bring the awareness to make change possible. So yeah, there's a lot of work to do, but if I can make a change in one person's life, I feel like I've accomplished something great. So.
Oh, I absolutely love that because that's how I've always felt. People say, oh, you want to change the world, and that's kind of a pipe dream. And I say, if I can make the difference in one person's life, really, that is something.
Yeah, yes, exactly. You've done your part.
Yeah, there's such a ripple effect from that and generational effects from this. So doing what we do is amazing, but I've got to tell you, you are one hot chick and you're modeling and your pictures are stunning. So you've got a lot going on with your career because not only are you intelligent and you're driven with the right credentials and the purity of heart, and you're taking this into entertainment. You've got the beauty to go right along with this. This is absolutely incredible.
Oh, well, thank you so very much. I really appreciate that. You're so
Tell
kind.
me how you went from facilitating to moving this into the film and entertainment industry.
Well, you know what? I have always had this big dream of doing two things. One, I wanted to be on television, and I wanted to teach ever since I was probably like 5 or 6. And this is something that I've always dreamed, and I'm so grateful to have seen this come to fruition with teaching and with acting. It's a weird combination of two, but if I'm able to use this platform to do something positive, I kind of have that teaching aspect into the acting or modeling, and so it feels really good, and it's very humbling.
I love it. And you've been on a number of commercials that has appeared across the United States, and you've even hosted a nationally syndicated radio show, that medical quiz show. So there's a lot that you have done. How did you like being the host of the show?
A lot of fun. I think it's so important for everyone to do something that you love.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're doing something that you don't like, you're going to be miserable, and your work the work that you're going to produce is not going to be quality, right? So I've always been interested in health, and so that medical quiz show was just this really funny game show, but it had this huge health concept to it, like eating right, exercising, that sort of thing. We had a lot of little funny jokes with when it comes to medicine. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in health, and so I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I missed that show.
This is so neat. I love it. So did you go from college? Did you host your show from the Arkansas area, or did you then from Arkansas go to Hollywood and start your show there and start doing commercial work? How did this come about for you?
So this came about, so I have an agent in Arkansas that I was working with while I was in college, who put me in as many commercials as he possibly could, which I'm so grateful. Thank you so very much. Yancy out there, if you're listening and watching. So I worked with this amazing talent agent in Arkansas who actually just, gave me a voice, gave me a face as far as like the entertainment industry. And while I was working for my undergraduate, which is in business communication and mass media, mass communication. And while I was studying, I was approached to do this game show, which was a lot of fun. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. How it came about is quite a story. So I have an uncle who is in the entertainment business, who lived in Nashville, Tennessee, and he moved his studio to Arkansas.
Ooh.
So he was working with several different people in the entertainment industry in Arkansas, and he had a friend who's a doctor who wanted to do this game show. So he had been on TV before, like once a week and that sort of things. Dr. Pate, who's a neurosurgeon in Arkansas, and he always did this segment on television, and he was approached by someone like, hey, do you want to do this on radio? He said, sure. And so they're using the space to record, and he's like, hey, well, my niece would be perfect for this. She's studying to be on television, on radio. She's great. She's got a lot of energy. She would be perfect for the show. So that's how it actually started. So so I have to give credit to my family, so to speak. So yeah. So since then, so I graduated and I started teaching, and And then I've always wanted to live in California. And so I'm able to do both, do the television and teaching here.
Well, you've said something that's really important, and I want the audience to really pick up on this.
Okay.
Because one of the things oftentimes we feel that we're swimming alone in pursuing our dreams. And even when we have a support system, sometimes we feel that we have to do it alone. But it's really essential to have a support system.
Yes, most definitely.
In all of the things, in the things that you teach also, whether it's for your career, whether it's conflict resolution, all of the things, relationships are important.
Exactly. You're exactly right. And it's so important for us. It's never too late for us to follow our dreams. This was a dream of mine since I was very, very young, and I decided to make this transition from Arkansas. I lived in Arkansas, and I was teaching in Ohio, and I said, you know what, California's where it's at. That's where I really should be at. And so here I am, and I'm so grateful. And you know what I actually think of, Rebecca? I think of, like, man, why didn't I do this a lot sooner? That's how I feel. Like, I feel like I could have done this a few years ago, but it takes courage to move, especially to a big city when you're coming from Arkansas, you know?
Well, okay. But what does that say right behind you?
What is that?
You've got two really cool things going on.
Well, thank you so much. It's kind of like the laws of attraction. So yeah, she's going places, and the other one is she created a life she loved, and that I'm a work in progress, and I keep these words around me as a reminder, like, hey, keep going, never give up. If this is something that you really want to do, and that's what I want to tell everyone out there. If you have a dream, do that dream. Never give up. Keep going, keep working. Surround yourself with positive people, positive energy. And if that means that some relationships have to be broken, unfortunately, that's the result. That's may be the thing that's blocking you from achieving your goal. So negative thoughts, negative people, negative energy, get it away from you. Focus on you, do your work, and you will see your dreams come true.
It is so true. It is amazing that you say that, because often we don't think of those things. We tend to want to hold on to things, and this is going to sound really kind of not so good the way I say this, but this is the way it is. We tend to hold on to things that we don't need. So it can be certain things. We just don't, we need to donate it. We need to throw it away because it's not what we're using in our life or helping us to move in a direction that we want to go anymore. And we can replace that with things that we are using that makes us happy. That's healthy.
Yes, you are absolutely right. There's a book that I have read, and I've read the book many times. I've seen the video. I don't know. I want to share this with you and your viewers because this book has changed my life. Everyone has that book or that thing, and I don't want to get into, don't want to offend anybody, so I don't want to say the wrong book. But this book was very heavily inspired by a very popular book. But there's a book called The Secret. Are you familiar with The Secret?
Yes.
It is amazing. I'm sure. Did you feel like your life was just changed after reading this book or seeing the video of the movie?
I have chills as you're saying this.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's so true. And I have applied that book to my life. And I wish I had discovered this knowledge a lot sooner.
What's interesting that you bring up, Terri, is a book, because this is something we don't tend to do anymore, is take a book in our hand and read it. And there's something different about actually physically taking a book versus reading it online. There's something that registers in the brain differently, in my opinion, when you're holding it, feeling it, touching. There's senses that are involved with smelling the pages of the book, turning the pages. There's more senses involved than what happens digitally. And I will tell you, when I started on my own journey, it was books, self-help books, that changed my world. It was searching for that secret.
Yes. Doesn't it feel great once you apply it? It's like,
yes,
wow, this is the best thing ever. Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
Yes. And I think the biggest thing is when you go, okay, I've got to look at me and I've got to work on that. But once you do, oh man, girl, you can just take the bull by the horns and you can just rock everything that's going on. And that's exactly what you're doing. You went on to do all kinds of stuff and you're doing even more. And I'm going to plug you a whole bunch of times. You've got to share your website because your picture, you just go to the website. You just want to look at the pictures. You're like,
yes. Well, thank you so very much. I appreciate that.
Because it's Terri, I've got to tell you, just pictures alone can be inspirational. You go, I want to do that. I want to be like her. She's got it. And you're an inspiration to a lot of women who can say, you know what, I can do that too. And then you get to check the other stories and read your biography and what you're doing. This is incredible. So I want you to share with the viewers. I know what your website is, but I want you to share it.
Yes, so please, everyone, please check out my website. It's terricatherine.com. That's TerriCatherine.com. Check me out. You'll see some videos on there. You'll get to see some of the photos that Rebecca has mentioned, along with my bio and just some inspiration out there, because I really do want to inspire others and help others, because I have to contribute all of my success to my family, my colleagues, my professors in college who has helped me along this way. So I am a product of all those positive influences that has helped me reach this point in my life. And I still have work to do. And it has been a journey, and I've had to learn that it's not the destination, but the journey.
Yes. And really, if you think about it, every year you think, okay, and some people can't go on vacation every year, but if you were to dream, like, okay, this year I'm going to go here, this year I'm going to go there. There's never a final dream. I have no more destinations. So if you look at your life as always having a destination to go to, that you just keep going and you just keep going and going for more. And here's something that I've heard you say, because you really pointed something out. You have a circle of influence of positive people. And that's what people need to do to make it really enrich their life and to move forward, is have a circle of positive people that support you. And sometimes somebody may not even like what you're doing, but they can still support you. And you can have a really good relationship with them. It doesn't have to be toxic or unhealthy. And you're a really good example of that. Now, you do speaking engagements still.
Yes.
And one thing I want to ask a little bit about, because I'm not super social media savvy, but I know that many people are. And so you have an Instagram thing going, and it's going. Tell me, you want the viewers and the listeners to check you out on Instagram as well, because there's a lot of things happening there, as opposed to, say, Facebook or Twitter.
Yes. So as we were talking earlier about my background in health, that's something that I'm very, very passionate about, and I absolutely love health. And one thing on my social media page you'll see is me working out with a personal trainer here in Los Angeles, who is whipping me into shape. So I have the eating portion down, and so, but here lately I've just been feel really energized and happy when I work out. it is great. And so you'll see a lot of funny videos, workout videos, and hopefully they'll motivate you. Like I said earlier, I'm a work in progress. I'm sorry.
So does a typical day then, Terri, consist of things like no carbs, a lot of vegetables? What would a typical day be like for you? And then
my computer, I'm sorry. Can we pause? I'm sorry. The whole screen is like super dark. I don't know why.
Well, that's okay. I don't think we need to pause. We got the glitch fixed. So let me ask you, what is a typical day like for you as far as with, do you not carb? Do you eat a ton of vegetables? What's a typical day like?
So a typical day for me is a lot of water. So I am trying to drink. It's difficult. I'm a work in progress. So it's to drink at least 1 gallon of water per day. I'm able to drink a half gallon. So hopefully the next time we talk, I'm at that full gallon per day. So yeah, water is the key. So water is the key. And then I'm working out 3 times a week with Keith. I want to plug him. It's KTX Fitness. Please check him out. He's on my Instagram. You guys will be motivated. You'll laugh. You have fun. He incorporates this music with dancing and exercising. And it's not just your boring, typical day at the gym. It's something really, really fun. And please check out my Instagram, which is Terri Catherine 1. So a typical day, to get back to that, so at least a half a gallon of water per day. I have cut out meat completely out of my diet. So a typical day will look like at least a half a gallon of water per day. I've also worked out at least 3 times a week with my friend Keith. For those of you guys who are watching and listening out there, please check out my Instagram, which is Terri Catherine 1, and you'll see some funny videos, me working out with Keith. He is hilarious. So he incorporates dancing, steps, with spin classes. So it's a collection of just all this funness. It's amazing. Fitness is so important. So and he's you can find him at KTX Fitness. So yes, I've cut out meat. So meat is not in my diet. I'm trying. I want to say vegan. I'm almost there. It's gonna have to be vegetarian because cheese is hard for me to give up, but I'm getting there. So my goal is to give up the cheese and go completely vegan and drink that 1 gallon.
So this is interesting. So the only other question I have in reference to that then is how many minutes, an hour, an hour and a half, 2 hours, do you spend working out 3 times a week?
45 minutes, about 40. Sometimes, of course, once I get going, sometimes I want to stay another 45 minutes.
Oh,
so, yes. Once you train your body to do something, whatever changes that you want to make, because health is so important to all of us. Health is our wealth. So, your body gets used to it. It wants more and more, and it's all good things that we all need to live a healthy life. So.
I love it. I love it. This is really exciting because what you're saying doesn't sound difficult. Everything that you've talked about so far, I mean, these are really good, healthy things, and they're not difficult things to do. I think that all of us can do them, and I think you're an inspiration, and people should really follow what you're doing because you're going to not only make some massive changes in your own world, but the changes that you make are going to have a tremendous effect on so many people. So I want to thank you so much for everything that you're doing and for being here today.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. It's been a pleasure being here with you today, and I'm looking forward to our next time.
Oh, me too. All right. Give us your website and your Instagram information again.
So please follow me on Instagram. It's Terri Catherine 1. And then you can also find me on my website, which is terricatherine.com.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This has been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Woo-hoo! And I've got to tell all of you, thank you so much for tuning in again to Rebecca Sounds Reveille. This is an exciting show because she shares, Terri Catherine just shares so many things that I embrace and try to communicate with everyone, the things that are necessary for all of us to have in our life and make healthy, positive changes. And you've got to follow her. You just really got to see what she's got going on. And as she starts landing some major films, the depth on which this is going to convey and make a difference is going to be something that you're going to want. Not only the things that she's doing now, but all of it, all in its totality is going to be something that you're going to want to share with your friends, your family, your colleagues, people that you know and those that you don't, just like with this episode and all of the others of Rebecca Sounds Reveille. Thanks for tuning in.